1. Give me blood, and I will give you freedom. 2. One individual may die for an idea, but that idea will, after his death, incarnate itself in 1,000 lives. 3. Freedom is not given, it is taken. 4. It is only on the basis of undiluted nationalism and of perfect justice and impartiality that the Indian Army of Liberation can be built up. 5. We cannot sit still because we cannot, or do not, know the absolute truth. 6. No real change in history has ever been achieved by discussions. 7. The secret of political bargaining is to look more strong than what you really are. 8. A true soldier needs both military and spiritual training. 9. Reality is, after all, too big for our frail understanding to fully comprehend. Nevertheless, we must build our life as if we understand it fully. 10. Nationalism is inspired by the highest ideals of the human race, Satyam, the truth, Shivam, the divine, Sundaram, the beautiful. 11. The greatest crime is to compromise with injustice and wrong. 12. Remember, the greatest crime is to compromise with injustice and wrong. 13. The weak and the cowardly can never make history. History is made by the strong and the brave. 14. We should have but one desire today, the desire to die so that India may live. 15. Men, money, and materials cannot by themselves bring victory or freedom. We must have the motive power that will inspire us to brave deeds and heroic exploits. 16. Forget not that the grossest crime is to compromise with injustice and wrong. Remember the eternal law, you must give if you want to get. 17. It is blood alone that can pay the price of freedom. Give me blood, and I will give you freedom. 18. Soldiers who always remain faithful to their nation, who are always prepared to sacrifice their lives, are invincible. 19. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. 20. You may be a strong man, but your strength is wasted if it is not dedicated to a great cause. 21. Great leaders never demand loyalty. They inspire it. 22. The true test of leadership is how well you function in a crisis. 23. It is easy to kill individuals, but you cannot kill the ideas. 24. Only when you dream it, you can do it. 25. Life loses half its interest if there is no struggle, if there are no risks to be taken. 26. The secret of success is to be ready when your opportunity comes. 27. A leader who does not lead by example is no leader at all. 28. If you want to rise in the world, then you must stand alone. 29. A great man is different from an eminent one in that he is ready to be the servant of the society. 30. Those who are prepared to die for a cause will certainly live forever. 31. When we stand, the Azad Hind Fauj has to be like a wall of granite. 32. Success comes to those who dare and act. 33. The greatest sin is to tolerate injustice. 34. To liberate India, we need armed struggle, not non-violence. 35. Life is not worth living without a noble cause. 36. The supreme sacrifice is when a soldier dies for his country. 37. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love, it is the prerogative of the brave. 38. True soldiers fight not because they hate what is in front of them but because they love what is behind them. 39. The best way to end oppression is to resist it at all costs. 40. India will remain a slave as long as we lack the courage to fight for freedom. 41. The future depends on what you do today. 42. Young men and women of India. The task of building a new nation is upon you. 43. Arise. Awake. And stop not until the goal is reached. 44. Youth is the backbone of a strong and free nation. 45. The success of a nation depends on its youth strength, determination, and willpower. 46. It is not enough to have great ideals, we must act on them. 47. Daring ideas are like chessmen moved forward. They may be beaten, but but they may start a winning game. 48. If we must die, we shall die as free men and not as slaves. 49. Young people should never hesitate to dream big and act boldly. 50. It is our duty to pay for our liberty with our own blood. 51. Unity is our greatest strength. 52. A divided house cannot stand. India must unite to be strong. 53. No power in the world can keep India in bondage if we are united. 54. We must create a great national will that refuses to bow down to tyranny. 55. A true nationalist puts his country above everything else. 56. Let us work together to make India a land of prosperity and justice. 57. Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, and Christians, all are Indians first. 58. Religion should not divide us. It should unite us in our love for India. 59. A nation that does not value its heroes will never prosper. 60. Our independence must be won with unity, courage, and sacrifice. 61. Struggle is life, and life is struggle. 62. Do not be afraid of facing difficulties. They will make you stronger. 63. A true soldier does not fear the battlefield. 64. Hardships only strengthen the will of a warrior. 65. Nothing is impossible for those who have the will to succeed. 66. Every struggle makes us stronger. 67. Even the darkest night will end, and the sun will rise. 68. Courage is not the absence of fear but the triumph over it. 69. The will to sacrifice is the mark of a true patriot. 70. Freedom is the result of countless sacrifices. 71. Discipline and sacrifice build strong nations. 72. Hard work is the only path to true success. 73. We must be disciplined in thought and action. 74. Every great movement in history was built on discipline. 75. Without effort, there is no progress. 76. Even the smallest effort can bring a great change. 77. Self-discipline is the key to greatness. 78. Let us work tirelessly to build a strong and free India. 79. Work hard in silence, let your success make the noise. 80. If you want to shine like the sun, first burn like the sun. 81. Hope is the weapon of the oppressed. 82. No sacrifice is too great for the cause of freedom. 83. Truth alone will triumph in the end. 84. History is written by those who dare to fight for it. 85. Our sacrifices will not go in vain. 86. India's freedom is my mission, and I will not rest until it is achieved. 87. Do not be afraid of failure. Failure is the stepping stone to success. 88. An army without discipline is like a body without a soul. 89. It is our responsibility to shape the future of our country. 90. Glory comes only to those who are ready to risk everything for a cause. 91. The dream of independence must be realized at any cost.